Hi, welcome back. I just got back from New York and I went to about 16 different places for coffee in my 6 days that I was there. I returned to three of them, I believe, since the last time I was there. And because I went to so many more this time around, I made this list and I have photos. So I'm gonna not necessarily rank them, but I'm just gonna give my opinions to every single spot that we went to in chronological order of when we visited them. So first, we're gonna start with Division, I believe is how you say it. Starting out very strong because they set the bar very high for the rest of the coffee places that we were going to be drinking at, I guess. I ordered whatever their like limited seasonal flavor was for when we went, which was like around April, and it was like some of the. Well, first we got an iced latte, my brother did, and then we just got a shot of espresso by itself because the espresso was so smooth. I feel like a lot of people sort of associate espresso with like a bitter, very strong note of like, or like an acidic note, almost like you're drinking vinegar. It had none of that. It just like had this nice little touch of citrus at the very tip of your tongue, and then went down cleanly, and it was very thick of body. It had like an appropriate. It just was a good espresso. It just tastes like espresso. So that was probably one of the places I would return to next time in New York. And they don't have any options for syrups. Also, I should say. Oh yeah, here's the iced latte. So if you want like more sweet drinks and not just like ice and milk or like hot milk and espresso, I wouldn't go here. But if you just like love coffee and you just like want to see how pure a shot of espresso can get, I would go here. Also, it wasn't watery at all. A lot of these specialty places still like mix the ice and the espresso and the milk in like a way where it melts and then it kind of dilutes the whole cup. They don't do that here. So, really good strong pick. This is me drinking the espresso when I was there, and that's the iced latte. This is Salme and Joey, my brother, and Salme. um, yeah, it was just good. Also, it was really cute in there. Oh, I didn't get a photo of the inside, but it was like this nice, really mossy green background. It had the skylight. This was the Brooklyn location, so yeah. Overall, very strong start. This is just a photo of me outside of the coffee place. Not even outside of it. It's outside of a place across the street. But it's 787. They're super popular. I saw them a lot online when I was researching places to go to. And I went here. This is the second time I went to 787 Coffee because the last time I was in New York, I also went there and I got their whiskey infused blend, which is more of like a darker chocolatey profile. But they got rid of it. They aren't doing that anymore. And their other options of espresso were like a rum infused espresso and like a I can't remember. I can't remember the other option, but they were more citrusy. They were more like fruit flavored. Um, Fruit profile forward espressos, which is alright, but that's not my cup of like tea or espresso because I prefer espresso when it's like a medium roast and it tastes like a dark chocolate or more just not woodsy because woodsy gets like too far into like the darkness of it where it kind of just tastes like I guess just strange. Doesn't really palate with milk that well. So I guess just a good medium roast is what I was after this whole trip, and that is what their whiskey blend used to be, but they don't have that anymore. And we got iced lattes this time around, and they serve them to you in a bag. You could probably see that online somewhere. And I guess the gimmick's cute, but it was like a little watery by the time we got to it. Not that we took a while to drink it, just like they probably just like throw it all in the bag or like all in a shaker with the ice, which is common. So I wouldn't rate them highly. I probably wouldn't go there again because just of that espresso thing. But I did really like. They do have good flavors because they have like horchata, tres lettuce, and like coquito. So they actually have really good syrup options. Well, not syrup. I think it's like concentrates, but they're all house made. So if you're looking for something sweeter and like that, and like more of a hot drink, their hot drinks are better than their ice drinks. I would go here, but it was just like all right, nothing crazy. There's a lot of them all over New York, so that's nice too. Familiarity. Same with Division though, and I would rather go there than a 787. And then this is us at My House Coffee. I believe they opened recently because I was looking at the Google Maps of it when I was making the script for this video, and I saw that it was called like Div. It was some other name, like Revolution, Resolution. I don't know. So this place must be new because the Google Maps isn't updated for the current building. And I actually enjoyed this place a lot. Their espresso wasn't the main focus because they are more on the unique flavors and seasonal flavors. I got an Oreo latte when I was here, which was really good. It was chunky, so if you don't like, not chunky, but like it had like Oreo cookie pieces inside the latte. So if you're not into like a texture when you're drinking drinks, wouldn't recommend it. But me personally, I actually do enjoy that. So the Oreo latte was really good. You could tell it was real Oreos in there. It wasn't too sweet, but it definitely was on the sweeter side. And we also got this lavender latte, which is, it was good, but it was, I feel like it was a little too subtle with the lavender flavor, but it wasn't disappointing. Also, I like the, oh yeah, Oreo latte, me again. I wasn't disappointed at all, and I think they do the flavors well. Just the lavender is subtle, but I actually did really like the vibe in there, and their espresso was just, I didn't try it by itself, so I didn't feel that urge. So it wasn't like anything like crazy, but I did like it a lot, and I had something else to say. Oh yeah, just wasn't watery, so that's nice. Next place we went to was Say Coffee in Brooklyn, and Salma would order mochas at a lot of these places, so that was a good thing because I wouldn't typically order like a mocha drink because I like tasting the espresso, but that was actually really good because the mocha at Say Coffee I would return to. It was just like super dark chocolatey, earthy. I think they just use I think they just like like dark chocolate down and use that as their syrup because that's what it tasted like. It didn't taste like it had any extra sweetener at all. But that's like kind of what you would. I feel like that goes better for mocha and like espresso than like a chocolate flavoring, if you get what I mean. So it was a really good mocha, and their cappuccinos, their ice drinks, they are the one I had was a little watery, and they also offered like crazier options. There was like two options on the menu for like a 28 and like a $37 just like single shot of espresso. So I didn't get those because I was scared because that's a lot of money, and also I felt like I was probably not gonna like it because the expectations are set so high at that like price. So I didn't get those, but I would be interested to try them. So next time in New York, I'll probably come back to this place and get the mocha because it was just super good. And if I'm feeling gutsy, I might get one of their more limited specialty espresso shots because I'm very curious, but I don't want to be disappointed because that's like insane. And then after Say Coffee, we went to Sunday CNC Bakery. Now this place is a bakery, so their pastries were of course really good. They're a little out of the way since they're like more on the deeper side of Brooklyn. Not even, just like we're walking everywhere, so it is a little bit more of a workout to get to there. But the pastries were really good, and I really like the coziness of the place. It was like all wooden, and the people there were really nice. And we didn't actually get any milk-based drinks this time around. We got two, I forget what it was. It was like this Americano with, I think it was like this vanilla, or like it was like I forget. It was like a brown sugar caramel kind of thing. Their syrups, I think because they're a bakery, their syrup options for their drinks are a lot more unique since they're obviously making baked goods on the side. Well, as the main thing. So that affects the coffee. So if you're looking for unique syrup options and unique like flavor options for your drink, I would probably definitely come here, just because of not only the sweets, because you're probably into sweets if you want sweet drinks. Their coffees also follow suit with like the uniqueness of their pastries that they offer. I'm forgetting the names of the pastries, but they're like Colombian, also like Mexican. So good, 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 good. I enjoyed it a lot. That's me and my brother. And this is the outside of the place. Very homey also. It was like nicely dimly lit in there. So yeah, very cozy place to stay as well. The next place we went to was a place I found on Reddit after just like looking up best espresso in New York City Reddit. So we went to La Cabra. It was it was all right. It was kind of disappointing for being the best according to so many people online, but I don't know. Actually, they made the baristas wear uniforms, and they kind of felt alien. I don't. They felt like a little, I guess, pretentious. So I wasn't a big fan of that. And their coffee did veer on the edge of just tasting like you're drinking lumber. So, also wasn't a fan of that. But and then next door, we went to this other place, Selva. I didn't have a coffee here, but I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's better than La Cabra. But we did have empanadas here that were delicious. So that's that. Oh, in the back of here though, they have a gallery. They had a live DJ too, which is awesome. Did I get a no? It was super cool. The vibe in there was way better than La Cabra because he just felt more like he wasn't pretentious. They weren't like in uniforms. They weren't like giddy, like coffee freaks, I guess. So it was nice. It was a nice palate cleanser. But they have a gallery in the back. And when we went, they were showing like it was like the super strange exhibit with like AI slop porn and children in the back. So that was also weird. And then the next day, this is day 3 now, I believe. We went to first. This is random place I found online. Ola's Coffee Roastery. No, it's the other place. This place wasn't bad. Their cups were cute. They had unique flavors. I can't even. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I would probably like. I don't. I actually. I don't even. I don't really remember. What did I write here? Yeah, it was. That's what I wrote. I don't really remember. It was alright. It wasn't notable. So the cups are cute. That's all I could say. Then we went to the Broken Roastery. We had like this is kind of biased because we ordered just one drink and it was a cold brew concentrate latte with a cherry blossom syrup. So really not comparable to any of the drinks on here, but it was super smooth because it was cold brew concentrate. I like that a lot, and the syrup was also super unique. The cherry blossom. I enjoyed it a lot. However, it only tasted a little bit like hand sanitizer. So that's what I would say. Next, this is another place we returned to. Vita. Vita, right? Yeah, Cafe Vita. This one is down in Manhattan. Last time we went, we got a banana bread latte. It was like one of the best lattes we've had. The espresso is toasty, but not like woody. So it's like a good medium roast. And the banana bread syrup that they gave us was like delicious. It was a really good syrup. This time we went, they didn't have it because it was a seasonal option. Oh yeah, they do seasonal drinks, so a good place for like a variety over like the year. We got, I think it was like a macadamia, and then oh no, it was a Madeline, and then we had a like a honey something. The Madeline, it tasted like a little bit like I think like a candle, but it was still really good. Not as good as the banana bread, but that was just like because that was like superb. And then the honey was like more in line with like the banana bread because it was like I think it was a honey cinnamon latte that was also really good. So yeah, this place we probably I've already been here twice on 2 trips, so we probably wouldn't come back because we aren't like really that syrup focused. We more like me personally I like the espresso more. How I'm actually maybe I would because I haven't had just a single shot of espresso from here yet, and it does taste like it's really good. I don't know. This one is. I would stop by here. I would stop by here. Vita Cafe Vita. We got a lot of photos. Oh, this place was like. We just got like someone just got a mocha from here. I kind of tasted like a mocha. Like it was like it wasn't like chocolatey. Well, it was chocolatey because it was a mocha, but it was just like it tasted like chocolate powder and like brown sugar, not like a dark chocolate earthy kind of thing, which is like it's all right. It's like more standard, so it was all right. It was all right. Terremoto. Is that the name of this place? Give me 1 second. Okay, I just have to make sure that was the name. Yeah, Terremoto. Terremoto coffee. It was also super good. It was like the Vision, but just like a little less. I think it was a longer shot because it tasted a little more watery and like a little less of a thick body, but it was still super good. And if you're in the area of like Manhattan, downtown, by uh, I think like by like Chelsea, Soho, something. I don't know. This place is really good, and I would definitely just get their named latte, their self-titled latte, the Terremoto latte. It's a Colombian caramel, which is super good. It was super like I don't know how to describe it. It was like super like homey. The caramel was like not like overly sweet, and it paired really well with their espresso. So that was like probably one of the peak lattes we've had. And their espresso is super good. Don't get me wrong. I just like it to visual a little more because it's a little more intense. But when you're putting it into a latte, where that like the thinness of the body is helped out by the milk, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, peak, 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 peak. Me with the espresso, me with the latte, super good. This is a place we went to. It was Gasoline Alley Coffee, I think. Yeah. Oh, there was another place we went to, Cafe Lyria. We got like a Freddo espresso, whatever they call it, on their menu. It was like their specialty first option they had. It was all right. It was all right. Nothing to write home about. I have a photo of the place, but like I forgot to put it in just because it was like kind of forgettable. That's my opinion of the place. And then we went to Gasoline Alley Coffee. It was like La Cabra with the really woody espresso, but it was a little less so it was more palatable to me personally. I enjoyed it, but Salma and Joey did not, so that's only like 1 out of 3. So it was alright. The couple was really cute though. Probably like the best. Maybe not the second best latte art. Oh, and then we also went here. This place is super popular online right now. Cafe Paradiso in New York City. We got the salted brown butter and oat latte. It was unique. It was super sweet. I do like the fact that they have it on tap because it does create like this smoother flavor. Cha-Cha Matcha also has the same thing with their matcha on tap, which is super good. I like when the drinks are on tap. I think that's really unique, and it does make it like taste like super creamy. However, this latte specifically, it was really sweet. So too sweet for us, too sweet for me. I wasn't really that big of a fan, and this place had a line. It was like I wasn't gonna say a 40-minute wait, but it looked like a wait. It looked like probably like 20 minutes maybe to wait in line for the drink, and I wouldn't wait in line. The only reason we got it was because we were in the area again, and the coffee shop was closing. And we asked, "Oh, can we get the tap one?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's alright because it's on tap. We don't care." So that was nice. Wouldn't come here again though. Also, the inside was really small. I don't think you even have chairs, so no place to sit and enjoy our coffee. Not really a fan. Now this place we stumbled upon. It's on Elizabeth Street. I know that. I don't know where Elizabeth Street is though. Kim at Parks. Yeah, Kim at Parks. Coffee. That's what it's called. I really like the vibe in there. They had this awesome hi-fi system in the back, and it was like woody, and they had these like big overhead lights that you could see. Oh, that's the outside of it. It was. I feel like it was almost on par with the Vision, but it's only this is like 5 days since I've had the Vision, so I have no clue at all. I have not a clue if they were actually equal or if my standards got a little lower because of all the other coffee I had that wasn't to my personal enjoyment. So equal, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I don't know. Joey said it wasn't as good as the first one. I thought it was, but they're tough to beat because they have like super freshly roast beans, and also I feel like a lot of these places fall into the trap where they get their green beans from the same spot, so then the flavor ends up being similar, even if they roasted in house. This green bean is the same, so that makes it like the same kind of coffee. If you like, get what I mean. This place was really good though. I like the vibe in it. They make their ice drinks really well because they shake them before they put them in a shaker with milk and the espresso. Shake it, cools the espresso down, then they pour it over the ice, so the ice doesn't really melt too much because it's already cooled by the milk. Super simple, but a lot of places don't do that for some reason, other than like the visual one and here. So peak, and what else? That's me outside with Salome. They also have really good latte art, and the cups are super cute. It's very welcoming there with their baristas and like just the overall vibe they have going on. So that's another thing. It's hard. It's hard. Oh, you know what though? They have a house-made vanilla syrup here. The visual one doesn't have that. So if you want like a really solid iced vanilla latte, I would definitely go here. That's my recommendation. Park at Kim's. And that's the whole slideshow. My last thoughts on the trip and all the coffee I drink would be probably the only places I would go to again would be Division, and that's really nice because they have multiple locations throughout the whole of New York. So nice place to stumble upon. A lot of locations you could stumble upon, and you get a very solid cup of coffee. So that's nice. And then Park at Kim's is also super good. I would definitely go there again if I'm in the area. Really nice to stay there. And honestly, just like walk in to every coffee shop that you see. Just make sure they don't have like a Monin syrup bottle in the back or like a Torani or whatever, because that kind of shows that they don't really give a fuck. Because if you're making coffee and you're offering syrups, you should either just not offer syrups if you think your coffee is super good, or if you do have syrups, you should put in like the least bit of effort just to make them at home. I make my syrup at home personally, and it's not that hard. And if your drinking is gonna be like $10, you shouldn't compromise at like your syrup, you know. So just like be on the lookout for something like things like that before you actually order. And I guess that's all. That's all I have to say. So, goodbye.